I was a scared kid. Comes with growing up in the city during the 60s and 70s. I was smaller than everybody else. So if I felt danger, I belted you before you had a chance to hit me. These were fighting times. Some girl at Wamsutta camp. I'm 9. I don't remember why, but she had me by the hair, and she was going to pull out a chunk. So I bit her. I bit her hard until she bled. There was Wendy from Colorado. She used to kick my butt. This is at Hackmatack, a very small farm camp in the Berkshires. We're milking cows, feeding pigs, sheep, chasing chickens. Wendy and I were 2 beds apart, so there was no escape. But the following year, I kicked her ass, and that was the end of that. Enough, I yelled. Jeez. Why are you trying to push me into that puddle in the middle of the classroom? So I slugged Mildred in the stomach, and she keeled over in half. Outside after school, she met me with her friends who were going to beat me up. And I was like, I didn't start this, she did. And there's 5 of you, seriously? They left me alone. Whew. David Schmuck, he pushed me, so I slugged him in the retainer mouth. That cut him up good. A bloody scene. Angela and I, we went to Claire's house for lunch. She lived right across the street from IS 44. She locked me in the bathroom so I couldn't go back to school. I had no idea why. Angela fights this one, slicing Claire's face with her fingernail. It was one of those cuts that don't start bleeding right away, but then, I hurried back to school. One day, after school, Donald picks a Bruce Lee fight with me, sounds and all. He's doing, he's doing all the moves. And I'm like, Donald, we've been friends for years, since 2nd grade, why? And we're circling each other. He goes in, and I remember nothing. And then I'm sitting on top of him, banging his head into the concrete. Guess that flip didn't work out. I moved to New Hampshire. Lyndon Johnson, swear to God, that's his name. He'd been getting on everyone's nerves, so they took turns on him in the boys' bathroom, including me. We were caught and got detention. Tenley and Robin told me that if I expected to have friends, I couldn't do that sort of thing anymore, and I needed friends. Then the fight was taken out of me by living with my alcoholic grandma and my anti-Semitic, alcoholic, reverend step-grandpa. I returned to New York, where Jennifer and her friends bullied me for my money. She was my stepmom's best friend's daughter. They also bullied my best friend. I finally came clean to Judy, my stepmom, and she threw a fit. They did not bother me anymore. Times Square, late 80s. Jenny and I are walking some film up to the development place. It's raining, and I bought a wooden umbrella. This tall, well-dressed black woman is pushing through, nearly knocking over everyone, including an elderly lady who yells, "You almost knocked me over." The tall woman curses at her and calls her a bitch over and over and over again. And I said, "You're a funny one to be calling someone else bitch." And you know something? She kicked my ass right in the middle of Times Square. Jenny was on her back, arms around her neck, trying to pull her off of me. I'm using my new umbrella to stab her in the ribs because I couldn't reach her face with my fist. She dragged her fingernails down my face. Daylight! Cops pull Jenny off the woman, then they pull her off of me. She's screaming and yelling and throwing punches as they drag her away, leaving one high heel behind. Jenny was handcuffed and crying. My glasses! I moved to get them. There's a huge crowd watching this show. Some dude center yells, "Yo, the white chick is trying to escape." I yelled back, "I need my glasses." Jenny and I sat on the stairs waiting for the police. She received a disturbing the peace ticket, and I went with her to court with a lawyer. The other person was not there, thank God. And Mom, well, looking at my face, she just shook her head.